On today's episode, I would quite like to get my steering back, but I had to chop out the steering box from its original place because it just wasn't going to work where it was. It needs to come back this way a little bit to avoid the this whole area, so it needs to sit out here rather than in there, which is where it originally was. So in order to do that, I need to know where I'm going to sit. So I stole a couple of dining room chairs. They weren't being used, honest, and I've got the height kind of where I want it. Still not decided on the seats. Also stuck the shifter in the sort of location it's going to go. It'll obviously go lower down than that, but that's the sort of area. So I have to take into account the connection from the shifter to that lever down there. All sorts of stuff I need to take into account. But while I'm sitting in this position, I'd like the steering wheel as centred as possible onto that beam down there. So that is where the steering box is going to be relocated. So parts required: steering box, which is completely the wrong design for this, but I'll make it fit. I might have to cut off these lugs and relocate, and I need to make a bracket to mount, blah blah blah. I originally had it connected with these, which is pretty much just tie rod ends, but there's just far too much movement in these. So I went to Princess Auto and I found these little guys, which were only about $20 each, which is nice. And they get some threaded bar, attach it to this steel tube, cut to length, and then attach to the rusty but new steering arm. And then I need to obviously design a bracket on the inside for the upper steering shaft to attach to. Again, everything will be kind of temporary just now until I get it exactly where I want it. So that's the plan. It's very humid today. It's about 35, 36 with the humidity. We've got a storm rolling in. So that'll be fun. Might get a bit of a lightning show. Fingers crossed. God, I'm breathing heavy. It's like a sauna out here. Okay, onward. Yes, I screwed up. So, chopping these off. I thought I had loads of meat there, but no, just managed to just cut into the inner, fucking tits. Right, I need to weld a little plate over that. Not cut that one quite so low. That's crazy. Really thought I had more room to play with there. Oh well, you'll live, you'll learn. Let's not fuck this one up. Oh, I'm swearing more today. I don't care. As you can see, grease is kind of flammable, so I had to keep stopping. So I didn't set the garage fire. I'm going to lie this way for a few minutes to see if there's any leaks now that the grease is almost fluid in there. Still moves nice though. I've not completely screwed it up. Might need to replace this seal here though. I think it's okay. Obviously I'll buff that down, make it look a bit nicer. This one cut nice, so I don't really have to touch that, I'll just paint it. Chop this one off. And the plan is to attach a bracket to there, and it'll hook down onto the frame there. I'm going to end up destroying this, but we'll see what happens. If nothing else, it's a learning curve. Joy. I have made the first bracket to attach to the steering box. Still pretty hot, hence the gloves. Ooh, fucking hell. So, I've notched it at the top. Where are we? Yeah. Okay, I've put welded a bolt at the back, rounded it off. Okay, so that will go on here. And I'll weld that up, and that's the first one. Then obviously I need to do one at this side, one at the back, and then somehow attach it to the frame. Easy peasy. Okay, one down, two to go. Right, so as you can see, that should sit, the bracket should sit kind of straight compared to the angle of the steering box. Should point up a little bit. I'll give that a quick paint just to stop any insta rust. And then I need to attach something at this side, similar to that, and then probably one to this notch here, and that should be plenty strong. As you can see, I've used pretty thick steel there for the bracket. I could drop it and it's not going to bend. Okay, yeah, quick paint, and on to the next one. Right, second bracket is welded on in two places, there and there, there and there. So I'm just gonna grind this corner out. It's a bit sharp, and then a quick paint, and then I don't know. I might install the back two onto the car first before I do the third bracket, because these two are lining up. So I really don't know where the third one's going to go until it's on the car. So let's clean this up first. Quick paint, and start making the bracket for the car itself. Okay, brackets at the back painted up. They don't look too bad. Can you even see that from here? So obviously just need to move it over to the car now and start working out a bracket for the frame. This is actually going to work out pretty good. I'm going to make just a sort of U-shaped section that will sit on top of that, weld it onto there, come along here, up here, holes at the sides, one in that way, one in the back. Now I haven't decided yet if I want to sit the steering box on the frame with a bit of rubber, you know, foam type stuff underneath, or if I want to lift it above. I just don't know if I'm going to get a lot of vibration. Probably a bit of both. I'll put the foam on and just have it a little bit above, so that if there's any vibration it'll get absorbed by the foam. Well, rubber mat, I suppose. And then the rear will go from there down to there. Probably do an L-shaped bracket down and weld it on top. That should work out okay. Again, I'm going to use fairly thick steel, make it all nice and strong. Okay, bracket. Okay, here is my bracket. It's a work of art. Well, it's something. Okay, so I had to cut an angle out of there. So it'll get welded down there, up there, all the way across, down the other side. It'll be solid. And then once this is welded, I'll measure up the other one, and it'll just be a single L-shaped bracket coming from here up to the other side of the steering box. Okay. Where's my other glove? Oh, come on. I'll do the other side properly when the engine's not going to be. There's a lot of stuff on the inside of the frame I'm going to have to finish off when I strip it all down and get it ready for paint. But that's strong enough for now just to let me get on with the next part. Let's see how this looks. Be careful I don't burn myself because, you know, I just welded the frickin' thing. Lovely. Cool. So, bracket to go from here down to here. But even at that, it's pretty solid, you know, and they're not even tight. Happy, happy. Okay, rear bracket done, painted. This is taking me all day, but I think it's worth it. So, this is the colour the frame's going to be. It's a sort of hammered bronze colour. It's really just temporary for now. I'll be doing the whole frame properly later. So, I decided I needed room for the captive nut at the back of this. So having it going across the top wasn't going to work, so I did a sort of S-shaped thing there, but it all works nicely. I'll just put it all together and you can see. Seem to be missing a bolt for the back. Trust me, it works. Ta-da! And it still works despite everything going on fire. So tomorrow, if I get a chance, it'll be time to attach something to this, namely this. This is not staying, and this might get chopped because I've got exhausts to come out. But solid, well placed. Till the next time.